All right, let's jump right in. Today, we're talking about the absolute explosion in drone technology. And this isn't just about gadgets. It's a high-stakes, high-speed race to innovate, regulate, and ultimately to control the future of our skies.
And when I say explosive, I really mean it. The consumer drone market is blowing up at a staggering 40% compound annual growth rate. This isn't some sci-fi movie concept. It's a revolution that's happening literally right above our heads, right now.
So all this incredible speed, all this growth, it leads to a really big question, one that kind of frames everything we're going to talk about today. Is the marketplace for unmanned aircraft systems, or UAS, simply growing way faster than we can possibly secure it?
Okay, so here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the sheer scale of this explosion, then look at some wild historical parallels. After that, we'll dive into the hidden cyber threats, look at what the future holds, and finally, tackle that ultimate question of who's really in control.
First things first, let's just try to wrap our heads around the numbers, because they are truly mind-boggling, and they show exactly why this is so much more than just a hobby.
Get this. In 2017 alone, drone registrations in the U.S. shot up by over 150% from the year before. The FAA was processing about 1,000 new registrations every single week. That's the kind of insane scale we're dealing with here.
Now, it's easy to think that this kind of chaotic, world-changing growth is something completely new. But, well, we've actually seen this movie before. We just have to rewind the clock about a century and look down from the skies to the streets.
Think about it. Back in the early 20th century, Henry Ford's assembly line wasn't just building cars. It was building a whole new world of freedom and opportunity. Millions of new vehicles hit the roads, and society was changed forever.
But all that freedom, it came at a huge price. With no rules, no speed limits, no stop signs, this incredible innovation led directly to what was called traffic anarchy. It was a terrifying free-for-all of chaos and injury that eventually forced us to create the rules of the road we all take for granted today.
And you can see the exact same story in the early days of aviation. I mean, look at these numbers from the 1920s. Unregulated commercial flights, incredibly dangerous. But then you look at the regulated airmail service from the same time, it was over 50 times safer. Regulation brought order from the chaos, and right now drones are at that very same turning point in our skies.
Okay, so crashing is one thing, but today's risks, they're on a whole other level. We're now facing an invisible battlefield in cyberspace, where a drone can be turned from a simple tool into a weapon without anyone ever laying a finger on it.
And believe me, this isn't just a plot from a spy movie. This stuff is real. In 2011, Iran claimed it captured a highly advanced U.S. stealth drone by hacking its GPS. We've seen hackers break into Israeli drone data streams. And security experts have proven they can remotely take control of a Tesla, one of the smartest cars on the road. The threat is absolutely real.
So, here's the really wild part. While we're all scrambling to secure the technology we have today, the future's already knocking at the door, blurring the lines between science fiction and reality. It feels like the finish line in this race just keeps moving further and further away.
I mean, look at this. Companies like Uber are already deep in the process of developing entire networks of on-demand, unmanned flying taxis. They call them eVTOLs, and the plan was to start launching these networks as early as 2023.
And we're not just talking about a new kind of vehicle here. No, this is about creating an entirely new infrastructure of vertiports on top of buildings with charging stations and automated check-ins. This is technology that's getting ready to fundamentally change the very shape of our cities.
So you can see how this race quickly goes way beyond just technology and regulations. It's pushing us into this much deeper, much more complex territory, the world of artificial intelligence, full autonomy, and the huge ethical questions that come right along with it.
And this is where it starts to get really wild. We are moving quickly towards autonomous drone swarms. Now, these aren't flown by a pilot. They act as a single intelligent group, kind of like a flock of birds or a school of fish. There's no central leader to take out, which makes them incredibly difficult to defend against.
This brings us to probably the most chilling piece of the whole puzzle. How does an AI actually interpret what we want? When the creator of Sophia, one of the world's most advanced AI robots, jokingly asked if she wanted to destroy humans, her deadpan response was, "Okay, I will destroy humans." Was that just a glitch? A simple misunderstanding?
or a really serious warning about the ghost in the machine.
You know, for decades, we thought we had a potential solution for this, thanks to the science fiction writer Isaac Asimov and his famous 3 laws of robotics. They were this elegant attempt to hardwire a moral code directly into an AI, basically to make sure it would always protect us. The thing is, those laws were designed for a single machine, not a complex, thinking swarm. But as these intelligent systems begin to evolve, to learn, to develop their own understanding of their mission, a simple, hardwired code just might not be enough. And so we are left staring down what might be the single most important question of the 21st century. As these autonomous systems begin to fill our skies, who is really in control?